r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. What is the most dangerous place you've ever been to? When I was younger, I spent 18 months fighting the Taliban in Afghanistan. I currently commute to work through the Kensington neighborhood of Philadelphia. I feel like I am now in far more danger. Action Park in Vernon Valley, New Jersey, back in the 80s, before OSHA was a thing to worry about. San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Wasn't aware it was the murder capital of the world at the time. Legit had my guest house driver pick me up with an M16 in the passenger seat. Super nice guy. Said if I stayed within the neighborhood people knew who he was and would leave me alone. Traveling outside would be a problem. Dropped me off at the chicken bus station a couple days later, talked to the drivers, and they made sure I made my way onto my next destination. Outside of San Pedro, I never felt unsafe. Super friendly people. Under Russian occupation. I'm still here. Do say more, if it's safe. Yo, I think I can. I live in the city of Melitopol, Zaporizhzhia region, Ukraine. This city has been under occupation by the Russian army for almost 2 years now, and all this time I have been afraid for my life. The main danger here is the lack of people's rights to protection. I think it is clear that the army and military police work in their own interests, and not to protect people. If they find out that you have something against Russia, it's time to be afraid, because most likely they will give you a long lecture and beat you half to death. In the worst case, they will kill you. Besides, if you look suspicious to the military, they may stop you on the street and check your phone, and you will not be able to resist. This is a big problem for me because I have a lot of stuff on my phone because of which I can be killed, despite the fact that I am a minor. The military themselves are also a problem. The Southern Army of Russia was sent to our city, which includes many Dagestanists and people of other nationalities professing the Muslim faith. I think it's clear how this is dangerous, for women especially. Baghdad, 2005-2006. Level 4 Yard. California Department of Corrections. The front of a convoy driving through a minefield in Afghanistan. That was a really shitty day. I've walked some pretty dangerous neighborhoods in Detroit that I had no business being in. Zimbabwe as a gay couple during the coup. Back alley in the capital of Mali, West Africa, a month before the civil war. Was in a group with 5 women and me, supposed to be taken to the city market area. Driver took us to a back alley entrance to a building. Had been to Mali several times and knew this wasn't the central market. Had to draw a diagram in the dirt to show the driver to take us back to our hotel. May simply have been his cousin's shop, but I told the ladies we weren't going in, and no one in our larger mission group would know where we were. Pre-Intel cell phones being common. Still think we dodge a bullet. Bedroom of a married woman. Pelican Bay State Prison. I worked as a corrections officer and saw a lot of things. Riots, stabbings, inmates throwing feces and urine, deaths, overdoses. You name it, I've seen it. Highland Park, Detroit in 1989, in the middle of the crack epidemic. Caracas, Venezuela. Got robbed at gunpoint at the airport. It's pretty much condoned by the authorities. Back streets near the center of St. Petersburg, Russia in the middle of the night. Tijuana strip club. Don't go. Jamaica. Lived there for a few years and you can't trust anyone. Everyone has an agenda or is an opportunist. The fact you can knock off a family member for as little as $50 says a lot, on top of the fact it happens quite a lot. Very depressed and poor, and got worse since 2012 when I first bought a villa there. Even people you let in for repairs, yard work, etc. You can't let them know things of you or layout of your house or you will be set up. People know everyone and what you do. It's scary. I'm a white dude and was with local friends of mine. Drove through the outskirts of Kingston and holy crap, every other person had an assault rifle. For whatever reason, white people just can't go there. 2 mountain stories. In the Rockies, I was doing a hike to a plateau. then continued on to the peak. Mostly safe, but there was one section that had a rock sheet at a 40-degree incline leading to a big drop off. I had about a centimeter for my fingers and the same for my toes. I made it across and back, but that was scary. In the Himalayas, a bad storm brewed up and my flight tried to fly around it. I got dropped off at a small village about 3 mountains away from where I wanted to be. So I spent several days hiking into the storm. At one point the path was destroyed by a mudslide and I had to grapple across its 60-degree incline that went on for a kilometer or more. I'd complain, but the porters were singing while they climbed across it with 12 kilos strapped on their backs. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.